I'm Dr. Jack Belitz, chiropractor in Omaha,
Hello, I'm Aaliyah, Dr. Jack's assistant.
and together we make up the Ask Dr. Jack So 2.0.
That's right. And today we are talking about probably my absolute favorite topic when it comes to chiropractic, kids. There's often a stigma with chiropractic care that if you're not in pain, you don't need a chiropractor. But pain isn't the only thing that we deal with. We deal with the whole nervous system. So it can help with things like digestion, it can help with depression, it can help with just boosting your immune system.
And if you're not familiar with chiropractor right now, she is right now either blowing your mind like, really, is that possible? Or you're about ready to flip the channel because this is all hogwash. But let me tell you, there is some really good reasons behind what she's saying here, because everything in the body is controlled through the nervous system. From healing a cut on your finger, to a stomachache fixing itself, to even a bruise.
To
magically concentrate. All of that happens because of the nervous system. And so basically, as long as that nervous system is working at full potential, and you have to remember, everybody's got their own potential. Some people are never going to be able to run a marathon. Other people can run one in world record time. You know, there's a huge variety of people, but everybody's got their own potential. And you should always work for being at your full, because at your full potential, you're going to be as healthy and you're going to be able to use your brain as much as your potential allows. And whatever that is, that's where you want to be. And so the thing that affects the nervous system is three things. What are those three things?
The top three stresses are physical, chemical, and mental emotional.
They are exactly those three. So let's talk about the first one, physical stress. What is a physical stress? Well, it's something that affects the body enough to actually affect the way the nervous system is working. And that's going to start as early as the birth process. So for instance, if you are delivering a kid and they have to use forceps or a vacuum extraction, that's a huge amount of pressure being placed on that neck. It's the effect on the nervous system is that we're talking about. You know, just because they heal from that injury from the birth process doesn't mean the effects on that nervous system have completely unwound itself. Sometimes they need to be addressed later on. And that's what we're talking about here, is finding the stresses that are sitting in the body that are affecting you from reaching your full potential. So that's the birth process. Now let's talk about toddlers. Toddlers are, you know, trying to walk, so they're falling a lot. All of that stuff can affect how much the nervous system is being affected by that. The next one is, you know, when the kid gets a little bit older, to, you know, 6, 7, 8 years old. You know, now you've got falling out of trees, you've got bicycle accidents, even car accidents. I don't care if you're an infant or a 6-year-old. Best car seat in the world is not going to stop that stress from that car seat or that car accident hitting or affecting your nervous system. So all of those things affect, and that's the physical part. Now let's talk about chemical stress. So chemical stress can start even earlier than the birth, because
The mother's health.
Exactly. What the mother experiences in her body is going to affect the child. So if she's not eating a great diet, if she's not getting a good enough exercise, you know, all of that stuff is going to affect how well the child is being fed and nourished, I guess, not fed, nourished through that system. And that is going to ultimately affect the workings of the baby's nervous system.
So yeah, chemical, like he said, it goes all the way back to pregnancy. The chemicals you use when you're pregnant cleaning, the lotions you use in your house, again, the foods you eat, if you choose to vaccinate, all of those are different chemical stresses that you're putting in your body. And then the last one, mental emotional, that's hard to quantify because we all feel those things so differently, but kids included.
You know, because you've seen some kids that are screamed at by a parent. They don't seem affected, probably because they're so used to it, but still, they can take it. There's other kids that get a stern look from the mother and it's burned in the back of their head for the rest of their life. You know, so there is no quantification for that kind of stress. However, there is going to be stress in there. Now, how do we know if they're stressed? Well, it depends on what kind of symptoms are showing up. So as early as infancy, if you see colic, if you see reflux, if you see constipation, all of these things are just symptoms that the nervous system is not working at its full potential. And that is important to understand that, hey, we need to get this baby addressed, get that nervous system worked out so it's functioning properly, and then we go. You don't want to just go for medications that cover up the symptom. Yeah. Then as the kid gets older, you've got the attention problems, you got the spectrum problems, you got the D word. Depression.
These
yes.
are all just symptoms of something, of there being a chink in your
nervous system. It's the way your brain is firing. All of that stuff is huge, and it all comes back down to the nervous system. So any of those symptoms happening, you want to get your kid to a chiropractor. Now, kids have headaches too. That's a great reason to go to a chiropractor. Stomach aches, earaches, all of those things are amazing reasons to take your child to a chiropractor to be evaluated, to make sure that if that nervous system's working at full potential, awesome, then do whatever you have to do. But if it's not, get that up before you start doing other things, and then even if you do have to bring in those other things, they will work much more efficiently if that nervous system is able to use those medications or whatever that the child needs. So that, I think, is a good job of covering
why kids need chiropractic.
Kids in chiropractic. Kids.
Comment below. We'd love to hear from you. Any questions you have.
Share this with them. Share this with family members that have kids. Please, the more you do, the better we get the message out to more people. So you guys have a great, happy, and healthy day, and stay healthy, Omaha.